Hello and welcome back to Dynamically Typed. Here I have on my desk something I picked up at a thrift store. And pretty soon you'll see how much it was. It was $25. Originally sold at Malik's Typewriter service, or maybe serviced at, in Chicago. And I bought it at a thrift store up north in Libertyville. And looks to be in pretty decent shape. It's the button press model. It's a little bit later than my Dreyfus model. One thing you will see is that it is absolutely covered in the white outgassing, which I've had on a few other machines, but I haven't actually tackled yet. So I'm going to have to learn how to do this. And people have said, oh, you can scrub it. Sure, we could scrub it. But a few people swear by heating it up with a heat gun or even just a hair dryer. And I think that sounds more my speed here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run upstairs and get my wife's hair dryer. First, let's pop it out of the case. Get this case out of the way. The rest of the machine looks to be in reasonably good shape. Obviously, all of that is subject to any investigation we do. But the little paper guide comes up. The magic margin buttons both press. Does this not open like the later one did? Oh, there we go. So that opens. Oh, there we go. The magic margins appear to function. Shift works. Backspace works. Is the escapement working? We've got plenty of tension. When I release it, the mainspring is clearly working. Sticky escapement, huh? Well, we'll have to find out. First, let's try and just get it a little bit cleaner because it doesn't feel real nice to play with that. So, first thing I'm going to do, take the sticker off. Thankfully, not very sticky. Always nice. All right, let me put some towels underneath the keys to collect whatever comes out. I'm also going to have another towel to do some wiping as it happens. And here is the beast itself. Yes, my wife has the Cadillac of hair dryers. Seriously, this is like magic. It's just melting away. Now, I have no idea if it will come back or not. I'm trying to wipe from all sides here. I'll obviously peek underneath once I'm done and see if there's more to be done underneath. I'd have to use a cotton swab, but I'm just going to keep doing this. Well, I'm not done doing this, but did your heart skip a beat when you saw the one key appear? I hadn't counted. Hold on. I can't see. I need a light. PC, that's just standard, right? It's definitely not Vogue. Oh well. Maybe they all have a one key by this point. I don't know. I just know that when you have a one key, you have a chance of having a special font. All right, well, let's keep going. Got a few more of these keys to do. Not keys, but knobs up top to do. Get along the front edge. A couple of these I still see. All right. Let's see if we can see anything underneath. It obviously needs doing. And yes, a little bit. Let's give it just a little shot.
How are you?
Good. I stole your hairdryer.
I see that.
Well, I had one little problem with this Quiet Deluxe here. I wasn't sure exactly how to fix it. So I was just kind of in there poking around and putting some PB Blaster in places. And I finally got it. It must have been something gunked up on the escapement pawl here. So let me just show you what it was, because I don't have footage of me fixing it. You can see the pawl there, and as I hit a key, you see that little piece pops up as the pawl moves side to side. That piece that pops up, let's see, where's my pick? We're looking right here. You'll see there's a piece that pops up back there and pops back down. When it wasn't working, that piece did not pop up. And after a little bit of cleaning with the PB Blaster, it seems to work fine. So I'm going to get in there best I can and scrub all that out. But now that it's moving, I think the rest of it's going to work. So that's good. All right, let me put the back cover back on this. Turns out I don't think that was needed, but you never know what it's going to be until you figure it out. All right, let's put this case back together. Actually, no, because I'm going to scrub it out. Yeah, it's time to get in there with some mineral spirits and make sure it's in good shape. And we'll clean the platen, clean the rollers, clean the type bars, and this one might be ready to go. Oh, look at that, clean some stuff up there. Yeah. We're going to do all those, but first, actually, the thing I care about the most is back in there where we were before just now. Clean some of that out. It's gummy enough to prevent the escapement from triggering. It's gummy enough to do other problems. So let's clean it out. I have to grab a couple cotton swabs to get really in there. All right, well, you've seen me scrub stuff before, so I will put the camera down and get to scrubbing. Well, I've cleaned off the type slugs and the type bars and given the thing just a little bit of a one-over. I still need to do the platen. Take the platen off, give it a little scrub, maybe a tiny bit of sand, and a little scrub along the inside there, and then I think this will be done. Put on a ribbon and try it out. Well, I had a little interesting situation as I was trying to take the platen off here. You'll notice, if I can zoom in, notice the head on this screw, this set screw here, has been broken off. And in the end, that's okay, because we don't need to remove this knob in order to get the platen out. But I haven't done one of these before, and so I wasn't sure what the situation was on the rest of it. Now, these are the set screws in the platen side. And normally, I try not to take them all the way out because I don't want to lose them. Here's the top one, pretty normal. But here's the second one. And you'll notice it has a little bit of a nose that hangs down farther. And I was trying to get this to slide off, as you can see that it now does because I've taken them completely out. And when you do that, you can see that here's the landing spot for that first set screw. And there's the landing spot for the second one. And that little nose actually goes all the way in to the platen support rod or whatever you call this component. And so until I took that completely out, this wasn't going to come sliding across. Now, the only reason it comes into play at all was I didn't think I could get that screw out. So I was starting to get a little bit panicked to think, oh boy, how am I going to do this? But it turns out once I took those screws all the way out, I was safe. So now I'm going to take out the platen. It's pretty hard. I don't know if this machine's going to quite qualify for getting a new platen, at least at this point, just based on the value of the machine. I haven't mentioned yet, and maybe I'll cut this later, I don't know. But this may be one of the first machines that I actually am repairing with intent to sell. I got it at a good price at a resale shop, and I'm not sure certainly it's a nice machine and it could fit in someone's collection, but it's newer than most of my machines, and I've already got a Quiet De Luxe, the Dreyfus model. And so I think in the back of my mind, I think I'm fixing this one up in order to move it to the next owner and help someone else enjoy a machine. So I have been chatting with some people about their experiences selling typewriters, and I don't see this as becoming my side hustle or anything. I think it's just the fun of finding a good machine at a good price and then wanting to make sure that someone who would appreciate the machine can then get a hold of it. And if I can be the person that facilitates that, then great. Boy, what kind of... Is it just full of gunk? There we go. Oh boy. Not my favorite screw head there. this can come out. And we'll give that a scrub, and we will give these rollers a scrub as well. Honestly, the rest of the machine's in pretty decent shape. So we'll give these a scrub. You've seen that before. I don't need to show it again. And we'll assess after that if it really should be recommended to have a new Platen. Anyway, the point that I was going to make is, if I do sell machines like this, where it is of questionable hardness, the Platen's still, I mean, it's in good shape, right? It's literally the shape. It is not cracked. It is not warped, but it's hard. And so I think I would disclose that to a buyer and offer them to send it to JJ to get the rubber replaced. Then, of course, pass that cost along to them, and that's going to be their choice. We'll see. But for the time being, I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to clean the rollers and probably just put it back together. You've seen some of the simple stuff of that before. Quick update with the fans on and the bad mics and things, but I actually did this several pass cleaning: simple green, wet sand, rubber renew, simple green, and water, and it's still hard, but it has gotten a little bit of tackiness back, and I think I would not recommend someone recoat it with new rubber just yet. Just barely, but I think this could still be functional. So I'll slap everything back together, and maybe we'll ribbon and try it. Well, I finally got around to looking up the serial number on this. This is a 1957 Quiet Deluxe. I think it's the last year the Quiet Deluxe was made, actually. And the code starts with AD, which by the typewriter database should mean that it is a blue-gray. I would not call this blue-gray. I would call this tan, but that apparently should start with a E? I can't remember now. A different prefix. So I'm a little confused about the prefix and the color codes. I don't think this would have been repainted, but maybe. Either way, last night I put a new ribbon on it. Anyway, it's time to put some paper in it. And there she is, 1957 Royal Quiet Deluxe. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.